day. It's David, and YouTube is getting set up first. Now let me turn on Facebook Live. Now we are live on Facebook. Hey, we're live on Facebook. We are. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's approaching the noon hour in Cincinnati, Ohio, and welcome. Welcome to the first YouTube that I'm going to be doing in at least 2 weeks. I've had some major body transformations going on, and I have not done a YouTube live stream yet in 2 weeks. Last Thursday, if you follow me, I did a Facebook live stream with my friend Dr. Charles Matthew, and he was in Porto, Portugal, and we had a wonderful conversation. He and I did our first live stream. I think I mentioned in probably 2010 in his office, live stream from his classroom, and now leveraging his international fame, we had a conversation in Portugal, but it was such a wonderful conversation. The technology was horrible on my side. Nothing was working right. But Chuck said a couple things that have really resonated with me. And I just sent him an email just 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, that I have prepared a short story for him to read. But it has to be on his ride home, his plane ride home from Spain, from Portugal. And there's a reason why, but that's happening. But I'm going to now start. Actually, I'm going to talk into the. I can talk into either screen. Oh my goodness. Well, YouTube being out of my normal modus operandi for the past couple of weeks, I've had a lot of opportunity to read more of my emails. I get thousands. I have in my archive emails. I have a number. It's approaching 20,000. I use them for information, so that when I'm working on something, if I want some information, I'll just search for it in my keywords, and that's why I do it. So it's a very important means of communication. So, and actually, now that I think about it, Chuck was a part of an extremely, he was in my test group folks that as I was starting to talk about the Celebrate Business Project 2024, marketing sales value experience. And so I'm testing what we are seeing today being any day, what we have tested and it worked for us, and just sharing that ability to make it work for them and produce the same results, expectations that I do with anything that I test. So in doing all this reading, I actually was able to get into a thing that I've been thinking about for years. And now I'm really having the opportunity to put it into perspective because it's actually happening. Let's start with here, Brian Tracy. That picture of myself and Brian Tracy was taken in 2011. And I was taking advantage of an opportunity to go one-to-one with him because I've been following him for 20 years. So what a thrilling experience it was for me to be able to spend 45 minutes with him. And in that time, I presented him with a big thank you for what you have done for me over the years. Wow. The book. That book was published in 2011. I was part of a group project, a collaborative publishing effort, and it was a wonderful experience because, if for no other reason, it created an opportunity for me to work with Brian Tracy and what I am reading coming out of the Brian Tracy International. It's not Brian himself speaking as such. It's it's coming from the folks who are involved in the international, so they are telling Brian's story through their eyes. Well, I'm not getting as much value personally from things that I have within his massive goals. If you ever are struggling with the need to set goals, Google Brian Tracy to get I've got a book that I use to get into establishing the goals and working the goals, actually working the goals, not just talking about it, but creating an action plan. And that was some value that I probably did that 10 years ago with Brian. But at any rate, his legacy story is continuing to be told. The next one I want to share is Jay Abraham. And I had, although it was on Jay's technology, and Jay developed the content, and I was able to ask one question. I had a conversation with Jay about business wealth without risk, a book that launched is the foundation to everything that's happening in Jay's world right now. And the one comment or question that I said to Jay was, I'm absolutely sure that the book is going to sell 1 million copies. Just got the feeling because you are writing and releasing and selling the book. And you are the voice. Jay Abraham is the voice of business because nobody like Jay can look at business, how a company is conducting business, and find hidden assets that you didn't know that were there and leveraging those hidden assets to generate more revenue for your business. It's pretty simple. And it goes one step further. If you're not willing to do it for yourself, I have a list of folks who I know will do it. Well, there is not a question in my mind that true to Jay's legacy story, there are billions of dollars being going back and forth. What is doing right now? Not a question about it. And I might be low, it might be billion, and nobody will do it. And Jay right now. So that's exciting for me to watch. The final one is Michael Gerber, who is the original author of Eden, which I don't know. This is the 25th anniversary edition. Signed. There's only 5,000 of them distributed. I had number 50. I attended Michael's dream room in December of 2010 and spent a wonderful 3 days sharing my dream about LLC. And the dream room with its feedback, what was going on. And we actually, at least one time, maybe twice, took different sides table in one of Michael's main things. And that's okay. That's okay. The mastery that Michael Gerber has brought to the world is the concept of system and how important a system is for anything to happen, be it personal or be it a business thing. You have to have a system, and ever since Michael shared that with me, well, with not just me, but everybody in the room, I've developed systems. And when the system is not producing the results that you expect to produce, you change the system. Or to leave it all together and start all over again. Which begs the other question. Well, right now, Michael Gerber, who is 81 years old, is selling, as I understand it, 2 things. I'm not able to separate the two. I've asked him, I've actually asked the organization to separate them for me, but one is a master class that is online, free room, master class online, same one that I did face to face with Michael 14 years ago. 14 years ago. And also, he's done a couple webinars that I've attended where you go under his umbrella to publish a book in the same fashion as I understood it, as I did with Brian Tracy in 2011. I did that project in 2011. But I'm trying to follow Michael, and while 10 minutes before I started this, I was listening to this class and I asked a question, and it had not been answered. It's not the first time I've asked the question, so we'll see where that conversation goes. But it's the concept of Michael Berger and system. And if you ever have any questions about, well, the original story that he tells is the only reason that McDonald's was able to become McDonald's is because Ray Kroc developed a system, just replicated that system so many times, and but it was about the system. So Michael is absolutely so it's a, and this one I'm having a lot of fun trying to put on. I purchased this book in 2004. Dan Kennedy, No BS, Business Success, the Ultimate, No Holds Barred, Kick Butt, Take No Stuff, Spirited Guy, Dan Kennedy, and he has just recently his legacy, and he is the master of developing what's called long copy. And I just read it. Well, I wanted to see what was going on with him, and I went to the page where he was promoting, and I wanted to see what it was. And he wanted me to spend $1 to get an upgrade to wherever I was. And I stubbornly said, no, I'm not going to spend $1. So I ended up, well, at any rate, so I don't remember the exact timing in 2010, but shortly after I got the book, I lived at that time I lived in Cincinnati, it's just 100 miles from Indianapolis, and Dan was going to be doing he was going to be doing the master class that he does in Indianapolis. That's basically what it was. So, true story that only I, at this point, can prove. I drove 100 miles, 2 hours. I knew Dan Kennedy was going to be in a room. I found the room, and 2 minutes after I got in the room, he walks in the room. You know it's Dan Kennedy because he's 6'5" at least, but you know it's Dan Kennedy. He walks in the room. I go up to him and I smile and I said, "Sign this for me." And I had a book and I gave him a card to sign. Signed it. He absolutely didn't read what he signed because I said the second best business copywriter that I know. I lost that card, so I can remove it. It was a fun thing. And I turned around. I literally turned around and drove back home. So I spent a total of under 15 minutes in Indianapolis and drove 200 miles to do a memorable experience. Well, anyway, at any rate, Dan is selling an upgrade to a 2024 version of this. He talks about $50 billion, and I'm not sure if that's this he's generated, because I also read something that he's collaborating with Jay Abraham on something like that. I don't know, following that. But the wonderful thing is, all of this is happening. We're all about the same age category, and we are sharing our legacy stories in our own way. And what all of those guys are doing way up there, I'm having fun with talking to the folks who make small business happen. Think about making it happen, make it happen. And now I've developed a marketing and sales system for them to use going to the marketplace with whatever it is they're going to the marketplace with. That's what's been happening, and it's been a very fun experience. Maybe I'll talk about actually, true story. In the old days, and I do have proof of this, Barbara Weltman, Barbara's on the board. She and I started live streaming in 2010, and 2008 first started live streaming. And when I was doing it with her, I had this camera was Skype. This camera was a website that I was getting thousands of impressions. And I sat in the middle and talked to the two cameras. And that was back in 2008. Actually, I'm trying to. I'm going to try to test Skype again. I stopped using Skype as soon as Microsoft bought it, and I've been enticed to use the new version because I have an HP that is Windows based that I've had for a couple of years, and I've been a Windows person since Windows 7. And Microsoft said, we're not going to support it anymore. So I said, now what am I going to do? And that's when my son said, well, Dad, with your lifestyle and what you're doing, I think you ought to do Google. So everything that I do now has an absolute Google footprint. The place to be, but just today, or I guess, move against in a case they had an unfair monopoly, and I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't think Google really cares what it's going to mean. That's heavily invested in some newer thing now called networking, and they're doing it with IBM and adding on whole new dimension to all the stuff that we're doing. So that's where I'm putting my money, time, money, resources. And I want to thank you for time that you spent today. And if there's anything that I said that you want to challenge me with, please send an email to info@gatorsmarket.com or messages somewhere in these streams and YouTube and Facebook. And I will